Hello, this is a presentation of Prodecoder HU64. These are the general video instructions. As you can see here, Prodecoder, the model. Here you have your own personal number and of course our site www.prodecoders.com. This is our new addition to the Prodecoder collection. As you can see, it has a new handle design, which is quite nice, and the grip is much better than on the old one. The components though are the same. We have three main wheels: turbo wheel, gate and tension wheel. Of course, here we have the blade. On the HU64 we have 10 pins, 5 pins on each side. So we have 5 pins here. Let me zoom it. 5 pins here and 5 pins on the other side. The procedure is quite the same, but of course I will go through it now. The first thing we need to do is to reset the pins. How do we do that? Quite simple. First step, turbo wheel goes all the way to the right. Second step, the gate is fully closed. Now, as you can see here, we have 5 holes, and on the other side another 5. The holes correspond to the position of the pins. So by inserting the reset tool that you're gonna find within the box, we basically reset the pins. Now, go through the first 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now go on the other side where we can locate the other 5 holes. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now I will open the gate and I want to show you the position of the pins when they're resetted. So you can see that every pin, like these are the pins, they're down here. This means that the decoder is ready to grab the new code of the next lock. This is what we mean when we say reset the tool. Again, on the other side it's quite the same. As I said in the beginning of the video, we have 3 main wheels. This is the turbo wheel. Whenever we turn the turbo wheel, we actually cause the pins to move. This is the gate. Whenever the gate is closed, this means it's in safe mode. So safe mode means that it's safe to insert it and eject it out of the lock. Whenever it's opened, you can see the pins are visible. This means that they're ready to interfere with the wafers inside the lock HU64. And of course, this is the last wheel, is the tension wheel. With this decoder we have medium amount of tension. The basic procedure is to go with the tension once to the right, once to the left, once to the right, once to the left, but I strongly suggest that you keep in mind always that on a couple of locks that you may encounter, you have to play around with the tool. Try with tension only to the left, or tension only to the right, or a couple of times to the right, couple of times to the left. I mean, try different things. Don't expect just to do the same procedure and to open 100% of the locks. Yes, with the basic procedure, let's say you open like 90% of the locks, and for the remaining 10% of the locks you have to play around with it, change the amount of tension you're giving, change the position of the tensioning, and so on and so forth. Now I have resetted the pins. Now I will try to open this lock. So turbo wheel goes all the way to the right. The gate should be fully closed, so close it. Hold it like this in order to prevent the gate from being opened when you try to insert it inside the lock. Now let me just move a little bit my... Okay, I will try to insert it. Whenever you try to insert it, always jiggle it a little bit and do some movement. This is not a key, so don't expect it to go smoothly as the key will go inside of the lock. You have to again play around with it. Okay, next thing after I have inserted it, open the gate. This means exiting the safe mode, and this means that the pins are not visible and they're ready to interfere with the wafers inside the lock. Now, as I told you, we have tensioning, the basic procedure, tension once to the right, once to the left. So tension will be to the right, and I start and I immediately notice that this is not the correct side. How do I notice it? Because when I try to turn the turbo wheel, actually there is no tension here. You can see that I can simply move it with just one finger. So this is the clear indicator that you're not on the correct side. No matter what you do on this side, you won't be able to open it. What I have to do now is eject the lock, eject the tool, and insert it reversed. So how do I eject it? I have to move the turbo wheel slightly to the left, and now the most important step is to close the gate. You need to close it to the full. Otherwise, if the gate is open and you try to eject it, this will be a fatal mistake. Don't ever do it, because the tool will get stuck inside the lock. Now I have put it in safe mode with the gate. Now the last step is I will go with the turbo wheel to the right. This is it. Now simply eject it. I will reverse it, hold it of course like this again, and insert it once again. Okay, next step, again exit safe mode by opening the gate, and once again I'm ready to start the opening itself. Now tension to the right, give tension, medium amount of tension, hold the tension wheel. Now grab the turbo wheel and start turning it to the left. As you can see, we have here graph, it's 1, 2, 3. Just don't push it to the maximum, don't turn it all the way to the left. Reach the first one, return it to the right, release the tension, jiggle it. Now tension is to the left, again give tension until you reach the first point, return it, release. Don't force the tool what I mean, don't force the tool in terms of don't force it to the second or to the third. Not that something bad will happen, but most probably you will miss some of the positions of the wafers, and this may cause the lock of course not being opened. So again, tension to the right, repeat it a couple of times to the first, like 10, 15, 20 times to the first, don't rush it, and then after that proceed to the second one. Maybe this will take like 10 seconds more, but it will ensure that you will be able to open the lock. So now you can see that I'm on the second one. I smoothly went from the first to the second. This is the point here. Again, repeat 10, 15, 20 times to the second in order to make sure that you will be able to go through all positions of the pins and the depths of it. And now smoothly go to the third point, and this is it. This is great. I have managed to open it. Don't forget, if you're not able to open it with this procedure, once to the right, once to the left, once to the right, once to the left, change something. Change the amount of tension you're giving on the tension wheel, and also change the position of the tensioning. Give it only to the left, to the left, to the left, to the left, or to the right, to the right, to the right. Like, play around with the tool. This is my point. Now, this is very good. I have managed to open it. The next important thing is, how am I gonna eject it out of the lock? This is where most of our clients are making the mistake. So the most important thing is to follow the steps. Now, the first thing is I'm gonna move slightly the turbo wheel to the left, and the crucial step here is to be able to close the gate. In other words, to push it towards the tension wheel. If it's not happening, just jiggle it and keep pushing here. Jiggle it and keep pushing. This is it. You heard the click. This means that the decoder is now, the gate is now fully closed, meaning the pins are no longer visible, they are no longer interfering with the wafers inside the lock. And now the final step before I try to eject it is to return the turbo wheel back to the right. And this is it. Gate is fully closed, turbo wheel is fully turned to the right. And now, very easy, very smooth, no problems at all. Now I want to show you the pins. Open the gate. And now let's check the pins. You remember in the beginning I have resetted them, so they were all down here, resetted in position 0, position 1, as you wish. Now they have taken the code of this lock. So how do you read the code? You compare the bottom line of every pin with those horizontal lines here that are lying here. On Mercedes Benz we have 5 depths, so it's 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th and 5th. This is it. This is how you read it. It's quite simple actually. Basically this is the basic stuff, the basic things you need to know about this new Prodecoder model HU64. Of course, if you need any further explanations, additional help, support or anything else, just do not hesitate to contact us. Thank you for watching this video and good luck with the tools.